Right this very second, as you're sitting there, your body is running an unbelievably complex operation just to keep you alive. It's this silent, microscopic ballet with trillions of performers. Today, we're going to peek behind the curtain and check out the incredible toolkit that makes the whole show possible.
So, how does it actually do it? I mean, how does your body manage a high-speed oxygen delivery service, command an army to fight off invaders, and power every single move you make? Well, the answers are all hiding in the brilliant engineering of our blood, our immune cells, and our muscles. So in this explainer, we're going to follow that journey of survival. We'll start with blood, the body's superhighway. Then we'll meet the oxygen couriers and the elite soldiers patrolling that highway. After that, we'll get into the tiny engines that create all our motion. And finally, we'll see how it's all held together by a really delicate balance. All right, first up, blood. And you gotta stop thinking of it as just a red liquid. It's so much more. It's the body's ultimate logistics network, the highway, the mail carrier, and the internet, all rolled into one, connecting trillions of individual cells. And if you were to break it down, you'd see that blood is more than half liquid plasma. But the other half, that's where the action is. That's the formed elements, the cells. And the real superstars of that group, the vast majority, are the red blood cells. So let's talk about those red cells. See, every single cell in your body is facing a constant energy crisis. It desperately needs oxygen, and it needs it now. So what's the body's elegant solution? The red blood cell, or erythrocyte, our very own ultimate oxygen courier. The secret weapon packed inside every single red blood cell is a protein called hemoglobin, and it's so vital, it actually makes up about a third of the cell's entire weight. Seriously, think of it as this hyper-specialized cargo container built for one job and one job only, to grab onto oxygen and not let go until it's time for delivery. So, just how important is hemoglobin? Get this, without it, our blood would be terrible at carrying oxygen. It would just kind of dissolve in the plasma. But thanks to hemoglobin, our blood carries 60 times more oxygen. That's not just a little boost, that is literally the difference between life and death. So how does this miracle molecule work? Well, it's just a masterpiece of engineering. Picture hemoglobin as this structure with 4 special parking spots. At the center of each spot is an iron atom, and that iron acts like a perfect magnet for an oxygen molecule. So what does that mean? It means every single hemoglobin molecule can snatch up and carry 4 oxygen molecules at a time. It's incredibly efficient. And here's something wild. That classic round disc shape we think of for our red blood cells, it's not universal at all. A camel's cells are elliptical, which helps them stay hydrated. A deer's are actually sickle-shaped. Each design is a unique evolutionary solution, perfectly tuned for that animal's way of life. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so we've got oxygen delivery totally sorted. But our body is under another constant threat: invasion. We're talking bacteria, viruses, parasites, you name it. To deal with this, the body has a super sophisticated mobile army, the white blood cells, also known as leukocytes. Now, this cellular army is basically split into 2 major divisions. We don't need to get hung up on the technical names here. The main takeaway is that this structure allows for all these different kinds of soldiers, and each one has a very specific job when it comes to defending you. And this team is incredibly specialized. Let's say you get a cut. The neutrophils, they're the first responders, the SWAT team that swarms the area to literally eat bacteria. The monocytes are the heavy-duty cleanup crew that comes in after the battle. And kind of overseeing everything are the lymphocytes. They're the intelligence agents of the immune system, the ones who can plan and launch these highly targeted, specific attacks. And this is where it gets just brilliant. Inside that lymphocyte family, you've got what are called memory T and B cells. After you fight off a virus once, these cells hang around, sometimes for years. They remember the enemy. This is the entire principle behind long-term immunity, why vaccines work, why you usually don't get the same cold twice. If that same invader ever dares to show up again, these memory cells are ready to unleash a massive and immediate counterattack. So, let's move on to our final big challenge: movement. How in the world does the body turn a simple thought from your brain into the actual physical force you need to walk, to lift something, or even just to blink? The answer lies deep inside microscopic engines we call muscles. Inside every single muscle fiber, you'll find 2 key protein filaments. The first one is called actin. It's the thin filament. The easiest way to picture actin is as a long rope or a track. Its job is to provide the surface for the muscle's motor to grab onto and pull. And the motor protein that actually does all the pulling? That's myosin, the thick filament. Myosin molecules are kind of shaped like tiny golf clubs, and their heads are the engines. They are perfectly designed to grab that actin rope, give it a powerful tug, and then let go, ready for the next pull. So this is literally how you move. A signal from your nerves makes the myosin heads grab onto the actin rope. Then, in what's called a power stroke, they pivot and pull the rope, which shortens the whole muscle. Then, to let go and get ready for the next pull, they use a tiny bit of fuel called ATP. This whole cycle, grab, pull, release, reset, happens billions of times in a split second just to create one single muscle contraction. So there you have it, transport, defense, and action. But here's the catch. This whole amazing toolkit operates on a razor's edge. It needs perfect, delicate balance. And when that balance gets thrown off, the whole system can start to fail in some really critical ways. And this is exactly why understanding that balance is so important for our health. Anemia? That's a failure in the oxygen delivery system. Polycythemia is when that same system goes into total overdrive, making your blood too thick to pump easily. Leukopenia means you don't have enough soldiers in your immune army, leaving you vulnerable. And leukemia is a type of cancer where the body just produces an army of faulty, abnormal soldiers. You know, when you just take a step back and think about it all at once, it's absolutely breathtaking. The delivery of oxygen, the constant patrol of your immune cells, and the powerful tug of war inside your muscles, these aren't just separate systems. They're all part of a silent, perfectly coordinated symphony that's happening inside you right this minute.
It's really an incredible thought, isn't it? Our bodies are an entire universe of specialized parts, all working together in perfect harmony. It kind of makes you wonder, what can all this microscopic cooperation teach us about building better, more resilient systems out here in our own world?